can find them. Maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Half-Life Radio. It's Friday night, and we have the folks from Action Half-Life with us. We have Borg, and we have Banana, and we have Payback, all on the show tonight. And Action Half-Life has released what is it? Version 1?
Yeah, we're on to version 1 now.
Okay, I just noticed that the version 1 was just released a few minutes ago. Is that correct?
Yep, that's right.
Okay. What I'm going to do is give the mic over to Kuja, who's going to start out the interview. Again, we are talking with Action Half-Life. They have just released version 1 of the mod within minutes ago. And if you'd like to ask them any questions that are opt in that channel, Kuja, take it away.
Sure. Welcome to the show, guys. If you could real quick just introduce yourselves, tell us what your nick is, what you do for the game.
I'm Payback. I wrote the code for Action Half-Life, well, as of version 3.5 onwards.
Okay, I'm Banana. I did about 7 maps for the current version.
And I'm Bork. I'm a jack of all trades and doing the music and everything regarding action.
Borg, you may want to turn your mic up just a little bit. We can barely hear you.
For those of us that don't know, could you tell us what Action Half-Life is all about?
Yeah, Action Half-Life is basically a mod that tries to emulate all of our favourite action movies. So movies like Hard Boiled, The Killer, Die Hard, movies like that basically. Trying to capture it in a multiplayer environment.
Alright, that sounds cool. I originally became acquainted with Action Half-Life around Beta 5, and I had seen the release video that you guys put out. Could you tell us about those videos?
Yeah, most of them were done by a guy called Darth Punani. Yeah, what else do you want to know about him?
As you said, your game is sort of going for the movie realism, so I thought it was unique that you guys put out these videos of the game.
Very well videos, I might add. I watched a few of them, and I mean, this guy that you guys got just does an amazing job.
So, how do you guys get together and come up with the idea for Action Half-Life?
The idea started back in Quake 2. There was a bunch of guys, I've completely forgotten their names now, but they all got together, sat around a PC one day and decided that games that had rocket launchers and that were just too unrealistic and they wanted real guns. So they just sort of sat down, took the sniper rifle, the railgun, sorry, from Quake 2 and converted it and sort of made it do bullet effects instead, and then decided that was cool. Then they moved on to the Half-Life engine and sort of went from there.
Yeah, I might add, we're not the original Half-Life team. We're like we're the third A team, kind of. The first ones back in Action Quake 2 are like Sue Slide, Oddjob, Gooseman, the guy who did Counter Strike, yeah, and a few others.
Which one's Mr. T? Is there a Mr. T?
I'd say Bork is Mr. T.
Mr. T's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not black as him, but I think I have his weight.
The original AQT team were Kale, Vane, Bartender, and Petro. Just for info.
I noticed with the new release, it is your final release. Why did you guys come to the conclusion of making the final release? Or is there any plans for something else you guys are working on?
Yeah,
Payback, your turn.
We've moved on. Yeah, I'll go for it. We've moved on to the Unreal Tournament 2003 engine now, so we've basically started writing the entire game again using the Unreal Tournament engine. It's just given us the ability to do loads more features and put in stuff that we wanted to. So yeah, we're quite happy with how it's going along.
Very nice. Are you guys planning anything for Half-Life 2 mod for this?
No, we didn't have any plans to go to Half-Life 2. Basically, it came to the point where we had to choose an engine to get on with to do the next version, and Half-Life 2 wasn't even announced then. It was before E3 and all of that. So the choice was the Unreal Tournament engine. But then, we're that far along with Unreal Tournament now that we wouldn't want to switch back. And even if we did, we wouldn't know what the Half-Life 2 engine is capable of. So, yeah, we just haven't gone with that.
A lot of people asking questions on IRC right now. If you have a question for Action Half-Life, come on to irc.gameshout.net. We're in the radio channel. You can PM any of the operators in the channel. People are asking where or what the website is. It's www.action-halflife.com. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so it's www.action-halflife.com. And one of the questions was, where can they download it? Well, if you go to their website, up on the home page, you'll see some links. There's a variety of mirrors for both Windows and Linux. And another question from IRC from Grayskull, how many weapons are there?
Yeah, we have. What do we have? We have several akimbo setups like Beretta, Colt, single army action. We have the MP5, the assault rifle.
Round based, or is it pretty much like a deathmatch?
You've got the option of all of them in there. Basically, we've got 5 game modes. There's 3 variants: deathmatch, team play, and last man standing. Based off of team play, you've got round-based team play and round-less team play. Round-based is where you basically, once you die, you stay dead until an entire team is dead or the timer is up. Then you respawn and you go at it again. Roundless team play is where you'll just keep respawning. When you die, you'll just pop up again at another part of the level and go and find someone else on the opposing team to kill. Last man standing is pretty much what the name says. You've got to be the last man standing. You'll start out, you'll each have your own spawn point, and you have to run around finding the other players, trying to stay alive until you're the last one left. There's a couple of variations on that. There's random equipment, which basically means that you spawn into the game and the computer's going to choose the equipment for you. You don't get a choice. You've got to try and stay alive using the equipment you're given. Kind of like Battle Royale, the movie, if you've seen that. The other version is standard last man standing, which is just appearing in the level. Which is just basically spawn with a pistol, go find a weapon because it will be laying in the level somewhere, and kill everyone else that you can see.
What are some of the features that are pretty much unique to your mod that you guys have that makes it stand out and make your mod such a great mod to play?
We pioneered a couple of things. Well, I consider us pioneering them. The first one was the dies. We were is the Haven of Frags section. There's a site, Haven of Frags, that Bork runs and sort of helps admin with and everything. It lets you configure the weapons, so we've got a program outside that lets you customize the weapons you wanted, and we were the first sort of people to get that going, I think, as a proper pack.
And most of our models and maps, they are very movie related, so we have like a Mexican-Spanish themed map called Casa Grande, and you run around with the Desperado model versus the Knife Attack. Or we have some over Hong Kong city-themed maps where you can run around as Children Fab from the Hard Boiled and Killer. And we even have the Killer model. And what else? We have somebody who looks like Bruce Willis and the guys from Boondock Saints. And we even have Barbed Wire, Lara Croft, and Nibbles Galore, yeah.
And if you have a question, we're on irc.gameshout.net. We're in the radio channel. You need to PM your questions to any of the ops. If you just type them in the public, we're not going to see them. So make sure you send your questions to one of the ops that are in the channel, whether it's myself, Timmay, or Argyle.
Speaking about your maps, what are some of the maps set at, and like locations? Do you have anything that would be familiar to everybody, like something based off one of the movies you guys so much enjoy? And what are some of your favorite maps?
Banana, come on.
Yeah, well, I based the maps basically on locations I thought would be cool for action gameplay environment. Like the Tropical Hotel, there's a map called Calypso, which is a tourist hotel in which the hotel personnel has gone awry and tries to kill the residents. And there's also the map called Esterage, which is basically just a warehouse with a loading station with a what's it called, a train station and sewers. Then I did a map called Engholm, which is two houses next to each other on a street, where the basically fun is diving over the houses from one roof to the other without falling down and dying. So the next map I did was Banana Mans, which is a remake of the classic Wicked Mansion, which was done by Rawhide in the, I think it was done in Beta 3. I just retextured it and just made the gameplay a bit smoother. So the basic, all the maps that are in the current release are just exactly the ones I did for Beta 5. The only new map from me in this release is Tovarich, which is basically Wicked 3, an old map set in a city environment, which I took and put it in a Cold War Russians theme. If you go to the Planet Action site, you can see the screenshot of this map.
What was that?
I think that was
Yeah,
my
that mobile phone
cell phone just interfering with the transmission.
His beer clock.
That's not true. I'm not drunk now. Well, I may be, but not completely.
Hell, you are drunk, admit it.
I got a question from the IRC audience. They want to know where you guys are from. What part of the world?
The team itself.
Well, I'm drunk. I'm German.
Yeah, Banana's German. I'm English. We've got Americans working on the team. We've got a Canadian, Ace, 12 gauge, Odd Jobs American.
And I'm German too.
Got a question here from our IRC audience. He asks, are you able to go prone in this mod?
Of course, if you dive straight ahead and stay down, you slide prone. Same thing if you dive back.
Actually, you can. I think you can still just drop straight into prone if you push crouch and then the stunt button. You'll go straight prone.
But that's
Yeah,
boring.
correct.
Yeah, it is boring, but it's possible. It might be what he was asking. So, thought I'd say. Far more fun to dive forward.
Got a question from the IRC audience. How is the gameplay? Is it more realistic like Counter-Strike, or is it like TFC?
I'd have to say it's a mix between the two, actually. I mean, it's not Counter-Strike realism where everyone's moving around really slowly and you want to peep out around the corners to make sure you're not going to get shot up. But it's definitely not of TFC standards either, where you can stand there and just sort of take a couple of rocket launches to the chest, shrug it off and hit someone with a shotgun. It's more, well, movie realism. So in the movies you'll see a guy will stand there and he'll take sort of 7 or 8 shots and they'll all sort of just clip him and hit his arms and his legs. And he'll carry on running and taking out the bad guys. But he'll be hitting the bad guys in the head and the chest, and it'll be like a couple of shots to the chest and they'll die, 1 shot to the head and they'll just fall over. So it's more like that.
I'm getting a lot of questions and comments about the Half-Life 2 engine from people. Many people are shocked that you're not going to be using the Half-Life 2 engine, and I guess people, I guess, just want to know what made you decide to not port it to Half-Life 2 and port it to the Unreal Engine.
Well, it's a bit of a long story, but Action Half-Life, we thought we were getting close to the end of it when we got to Beta 3. We thought the Beta 4 was going to be the end, but then we sort of kept on going. But at that time, another team branched off and started working on the Unreal 1 engine. So, obviously we've got, at this point now, we've got a lot of experience in the Unreal Engine, and when we made the choice to switch to Unreal Tournament 2003, Valve hadn't even announced Half-Life 2. We well, we knew there was something in the works, but we didn't know when it was going to be released, when it was going to be out. We didn't know it was going to be this soon, that's for sure. So, yeah, basically...
That would make all the sense, and people can still play it, you know. Just because it's using a different engine doesn't mean that nobody can play it. You know, basically it's the same game, just a different engine.
Yeah, I don't think it's got that much different graphics-wise in there. I mean, everyone's going on about how beautiful Half-Life 2 looks, and admittedly it's got a lot of features. But the other thing about the Unreal Engine is that it's constantly being upgraded. I mean, Unreal is still based... Unreal Tournament 2003 still has sort of the same core features as Unreal 1. So it's just something that's being constantly added to. So you know that it's going to get to the point eventually where they go, right, we've got all the new features we want now, let's start adding the stuff that you see in Half-Life 2, like the weird flame effects and the ability to have cameras projected on real-time objects. In fact, I think it's already in there. So, yeah, it doesn't make that much difference.
Sorry to drop in, but I'd like to get back on a former question of you. What makes the mod so great? Because I thought of something else. We have very, very nice item handling in Action Half-Life.
Can you explain a little bit more on that?
Yeah, sure. Most mods have the standard the Kevlar, which protects you from bullet shots, and we have it as well. But we also have a bandolier, which gives you the ability to walk around with 2 unique weapons. So you're able to, let's say, run around with a shotgun and with a sniper rifle, or with the hand cannon and let's say with the assault rifle. And you have twice as much clips as you would have just with the Kevlar vest. And then we have the laser sight, which increases the aiming on almost every weapon, so you can kill much easier with the Beretta, with the Colts, with the Anaconda, with the Desert Eagle, and so on.
I gotta say, that is really cool. That's a really unique feature that I can't even wait to try out.
Oh, and we have also a visible laser sight, so if you run around with it, you can see the laser beam floating around on the map. And then there's the silencer. If you use that with the sniper rifle, it increases your aiming as well. And then we have the stealth slippers. So if you're more of a sneaky player, you can use the hand cannon and the stealth slipper, and you can take out a whole team in no time. And then we have the flashlight, which is nice in dark areas, and a night vision goggle.
Which also distorts the night vision of other people.
Indeed, I was just coming to that point. So if you have a flashlight and somebody's running towards you with a night vision goggle, you can actually blind him. And then we have... What else? Oh, there's the holster. Yeah, this is a quick draw. So if you have two weapons and you want to instantly switch between them, let's say with an Anaconda and with your Akimbo Berettas, you can do that in no time and take out guys just like that. It's lovely.
Speaking of all your weapons you have, how is your system for weapons? Do you buy the weapons? Do you get them as a class on the mod, or do you find them around the maps? How do you go about with that?
That depends on the game modes. In Deathmatch, you'll basically... the game always loads the first level... when the game starts, you'll be presented with a screen that lets you choose a pistol. If you're playing in team play modes or round-based modes, you also get to choose a special weapon and a special item. The items are the ones that Borg just went through. You get to choose one of them. The special weapons are either you can choose to have a set of akimbo weapons, or you can have the MP5, the M4, the sniper rifle, the shotguns, but you can only have one of them. Then, when you're running around the map, you can choose to just drop your weapon. If you kill someone else and you're almost out of ammo, then you know they've still got loads. You can drop your weapon and run over and pick their one up, because you can only carry one unique weapon at a time, unless, like Bork said earlier, you've got the bandolier. So yeah, it's basically an option system. So you don't have to buy them, and you don't have to worry about what class you're in. It's just when you start up, you just choose, right, I want a pistol, I want a submachine gun, and I want the laser sight, and it will give you them.
I got an interesting... The redhead in the mod, and what makes her so special?
The redhead? The Lara Croft? The Lara Croft one?
The one in Half-Life or the one in Action Half-Life?
I think that's one of the new models, Lady Death. It's a Counter-Strike model I found somewhere in the net, and I asked the guy if we can convert it to Action Half-Life because it looks so cool. And we had the original Lara Croft model, and this one is a hacked version of it, and it's a really cool one. Yeah, you have to look at it and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think there's a picture of it at the bottom of the... if you go into the pictures section of Action Half-Life, right near the bottom of the 100 or so pictures that have been pasted, there's a couple of shots of her. So.
Is that the one without a shirt on?
No shirt? What?
I think he's referring to her nipples.
What's the website?
Nipples?
Website?
The website is...
It can be .net.
Oh, I can?
I
I'm
think
a
we've got a
dog.
whole load of different domains.
I was gonna say, I'm looking at it right now.
Ooh.
So www.action-halflife.com or .net. Click on the pictures, and they're probably getting a lot of hits right now ever since someone said there's nipples.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and some of our female models are actual real life female players.
Which Bork has a huge crush on.
What do you mean, like fans of the game?
Yeah. Okay, Barbed Wire is not a fan of our game. But
You
she's
don't know
got
that for
folk.
sure. She could be.
Man, Argyle's busy looking at that picture.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure he's staring at it pretty hard.
Yeah, it's too.
Maybe I can increase the hits if I say nipples again.
Nipples at planet-action.net.
I think you can see the nipples on the Lara Croft model as well. I have an eye for details.
For important details, of course.
Oh yeah, and we got something else in our mod. I think we have the best kick-ass music in ever. Yeah.
I have to agree on that, and also have to point out that Borg wrote it. But it is still the most kick-ass music ever, so, yeah.
Thanks for being not biased.
You're welcome.
Especially the cover of the Russian anthem in Tovarish.
Actually, I just want to
think
make a correction. Timmay was right. It is .net. It's not .com.
Ooh.
Got a question here from an IRC user. He's wanting to know how many official maps will be released with the new version.
I have to take a look.
All I know is that is by me.
If you have a question for Action Half-Life, we're on irc.gameshout.net. We're in the radio channel. And send a private message to either myself, Argyle, Egoraptor's here, Lewis, Timmay, our ranger. Timmay right now is taking all your questions, so send a PM to Timmay.
Thanks.
Okay, I got it.
I just got flooded.
25 maps in the final release.
You sure it's 25? I count 26.
Yeah, I was just guessing.
Do you guys have an Arnold Schwarzenegger model, and does he have jumper cables as a weapon?
We have an Arnold Schwarzenegger model. It's called Arnie. Yeah, but I'm not so sure about the jumper cables. Maybe about the reskin, the Terminator one. Well, wasn't Arnold here on radio earlier?
Yeah,
He's everywhere.
Actually, he's
I was
here.
here.
He's here right now. Arnold, are you there?
Ja, was is it?
No, that's not the real.
Hey,
one.
we're
That's
Hans
a
and
fake.
Franz, and we're here to pump you up.
Well, Arnold was here. He's, I guess he stepped away. But, yeah, we had him on here earlier, along with Bill Clinton.
Lovely.
Sean Connery was on here last night.
Pusher galore.
Somebody wants to know if you have a Gary Coleman model.
I think we had a reskin once, but
one in Beta 3.
Was there? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I forgot something
Wasn't
else.
it called Hans?
No, that was the guy from Die Hard. You know, Jack Gruber? Hans Gruber? That was him.
I got a question from the IRC audience from Blackhawk. He wants to know if Oddjob still works for Action Half-Life, or is he working for Unreal Tournament 2003?
Yeah, Oddjob's working on Unreal Tournament 2003. I don't think he's done anything related to Action Half-Life in a while. I mean, he's been checking that it's still sort of part of the whole action theme has been going on there, but mainly he's been concentrating on doing the animations for the Unreal Tournament 2003 environment. So, yeah, that's what he's working on now.
Also, something which strikes my mind, we have loads of secrets in our maps. That's a very old tradition in action mapping, putting in secrets in your maps.
Especially in Hondo's maps, he's very fond if you ask him about the secrets.
Hondo's maps, it's more, he builds a secret and then adds a map around it.
Got a question here from Mr. Action Man. He's asking, can we buy the action soundtrack created by Borg?
I think Bork
You
released the action soundtrack sometime. I don't really know. Let him answer the question.
Yeah, I might reload it again to our new host. So probably during the week there will be a new and final Action Half-Life soundtrack with the new tunes from version 1 and some old tunes. Yes. Groupies,
So,
come
you don't have to
along.
worry about buying it. It's not something you have to worry about buying. It sounds like he's going to put it up on the website to just download, so it's quite nice of him.
Hey Banana, are you going to be doing any of the maps for Unreal Tournament 2003, or have you already done some?
Yeah, well, let me first put that Unreal is not as quite too nice to work with as the action as the Half-Life editor is. So I'm still getting used to the quirks. I did something, but it's not really.
Public testing system set up, so anyone could join the server, sort of play the game and say what they thought of it. So we were getting an overall feedback of what people thought of the balance of it, because it was something that people had complained about before, was that the balance would rapidly vary, and we had a couple of weapons that were too powerful in some of the previous betas. So this time we asked sort of the audience what they thought of it. The other main feature is that this version is Steam compatible, seeing as Valve are going to be sort of switching over to the Steam system and one's disappearing. We had to get everything set up for Steam, so we thought while we were doing it we'd sort of build the new GUI system for it, because the front interface is gone, as you know, if you've used Steam. The old method of doing your mod screens has disappeared, and we've got the new one. So we've got a soundtrack from Borg in there, and we've got a nice graphics screen from a guy called CHPX. He's been doing our artwork for the AUT site as well, and yeah, it's quite nice. So they're the main things really, the balance and the new Steam system.
Speaking of the server files, are you going to be able to set it up on both Steam and the WAN system, or how would you code that?
I actually haven't tried to see if it works in one. It definitely works on the Steam system. I assume it still works in one because it was something that I saw going on in the Half-Life coders list where they were talking about how the IDs work and how if you load a one ID, would it still work with a Steam one, and so on. So I think they are intercompatible, but the actual people that deal with that are Valve rather than us. All we do is say, get the person's player ID, and then we send the player ID out wherever it's supposed to go. So yeah, we don't have to worry about the IDs. So if it works, it's because Valve have coded it to. If it doesn't, then it's because they haven't.
Because we over here at Half-Life-Mods are planning to start a server, so that's good information for us. Thanks.
Cool. Hope I can play on it.
Are you guys going to have any silencers implemented, or do you guys have any silencers implemented on it? And does it affect any of the accuracy or damage?
Yeah, the silencer's been in there for a while. Well, since I think the very early betas, basically. The main
Beta
aim
4.
of the silencer, Beta 4. Oh right, I thought it started earlier than that, but Beta 4. The main idea of the silencers is just to it stops the muzzle flash appearing. So if you're in a dark area and you've got the silencer and you shoot, they won't see you. So with a bit of luck, you'll stay hidden. Also, it reduces the noise level right down, so a person can be stood right next to you and not know where you're shooting from. So it gives you an advantage. It does give a very, very slight accuracy increase, but it's not really noticeable. If you want an accuracy increase, you're better off going with a laser sight, but then that gives you away completely because there's a big laser beam sort of pointing out of your gun that people can see.
Well, we know you guys have been around for forever and a day, but what about your community? How big of a following do you guys, and what's the community like for your mod?
I don't know our community numbers, but I only can say one thing. We have a kick-ass community. They're really the best. The best example is when my private server was running out of bandwidth for Haven of Threats, our replacement site, and then they set up a PayPal account, and the community actually paid my server bill so we could go on with Action Half-Life, and I think that says everything about this great action community.
That is remarkable. Definitely, that definitely shows the community's support.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it was
They're
nice
the
to
best.
happen.
They're the best.
And
we're always doing an annual LAN at my house, and then we invite action players from all around Europe, and we even had players from America come to my place, and we're just having a LAN for a weekend, meeting each other. It's just great. They're driving around over 1,000 kilometers just to come here and have a good time with the Action Half-Life team. It's great.
wow, that's really cool. You
Yeah,
guys
some
are
peeps there
very-
really got friends of mine there.
So I was saying, yeah, that's really great that you guys have such a strong community like that, that they're willing to travel so far just to plan a LAN on a weekend for you guys, and I think that is one really cool aspect of this. And I'm getting compliments to you guys from some of our IRC channel members, and they're just saying to keep up the good work and that they really love your mod.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very appreciated.
There's definitely
me.
there's a lot of fans out there. Definitely.
Yeah, we hope to get our players gradually back with the latest release. It's much more fun now with the latest balance. It's more accurate, more fun. It's more explosions, more headshots. Yeah, more women. Great.
Yay.
All the questions must be going to Timmay because I haven't gotten any on the IRC.
I haven't either.
I think it's because you announced to everyone just to send them to me.
All right, well, let me reverse that. If you're on irc.gameshout.net, you can also send those questions to me, Andy Hodges, or you can send them to Argyle. I guess what they're probably doing is sending them to some of the ops that aren't here. That might be what's going on too.
Got a question to ask if Honda will be mapping for Action Half-Life. I'm sorry, Action UT 2K3.
I think I heard that he won't do this. He is rather familiar with the Half-Life engine, and so if there's any action-like project for Half-Life 2, I think he might do something, but I'm not really sure of this.
I heard he said that he didn't want to map much at all anymore, but I mean, that was a rumour, so it might be wrong.
Got a question from Loopfish in the radio channel on the IRC. Why should he play the mod? I guess he wants to know what's different about this mod than the others.
Go ahead, Payback. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that because it is totally different from the others. I mean, I look at the other games and I see they've got one game mode, and it's basically one team versus another, and it's either totally abstract weapons or it's completely real-world weapons. That's why you should play it, basically.
Yeah, and the community and the players most of them are really great, and you have a good time on the servers. Even if you want to have a quick game, you can easily succeed a few nice headshots and have fun with it. And yeah. And if you want to have a real cool challenge, just hop on a server, choose random setup, and on every new round you get new weapons, a new weapon, and a new item, and then you have to get along with it.
Yeah, it shows you're a hardcore action player. If you can win with any random equipment that you're given, then you get respect.
Another question from the IRC audience. Carpet Shampoo has asked, let's see, where's the redhead model based on? Because he says he's really in love with it.
Okay. Carpet Shampoo, that's a great name. I love it. Okay, the head is Lara Croft, and the torso is from the Selma Hayek model. And the legs, yeah, I wish I knew where the legs come from. But yeah, the torso is Selma Hayek, and the head is Lara Croft.
We seem to be getting a lot of those PMs about the redhead and the nipples tonight.
Who said nipples?
Oh, hold on. I see the hits on PA are increasing again.
Somebody named Chu in our radio channel on IRC is asking how they worked out the weapon balance, considering the variety of weapons that are out there.
During the version 1 testing, we set up, as said before, a public testing channel. We invited people, and we went through the balance formula-wise. We had the different categories of akimbo weapons, of the sniper rifles and assault rifles. So we looked at the values, and we tried to put them closer together so that it doesn't matter which akimbo weapon system you got. If you have the single cold action, then you have they kill much faster and they penetrate Kevlar, but you have a very long reloading time. And the Kimbo Colts, they only have 16 bullets, I guess. Yeah, they're much more accurate, and then we have the Akimbo Berettas. I think they're very close to the Akimbo Colts one. You have 30 bullets, but they're slightly more inaccurate than the Colt 1911.
They're also slightly less powerful, I think, in order to keep the balance going, because that's sort of in terms of what we vary. It's the accuracy of the weapon, the amount of ammo the weapon's got, and the amount of damage that the weapon causes, and there's also the distance that the weapon will go. So, I mean, a hand cannon, it's basically, for those that haven't seen it, it's a shotgun that's basically been sawn right down. So it's got a range of only a couple of meters at most, and if you stood right at the edge of those couple of meters, you're probably not going to take more than 1 or 2 points worth of damage. But if you've got a sniper rifle, you can basically aim across an entire map, and you know that if you shoot someone in the head, there's a pretty good chance they're going to die from it. So yeah, there's those 4 factors that we play around with in order to get the balance working.
Got a question from our IRC users asking, do you guys have an official public server that you guys, the actual development team, plays in?
Yeah, we just got one tonight. It's somebody from RG offered us from neofusion.co.uk. We're working out a relationship with them as the official Planet Action server.
Got a question from Royster on the IRC. He wants to know if any of you guys are in clans.
Yeah, I'm in a clan. I'm in Action Styles, ASZ, and Payback is in clan Tsurugi, TSU. Is that right, Payback?
Yeah, it's Tsurugi. Tsurugi's a Japanese sword of... I forget what it is. It's basically a sword that's well known in Japanese history. I mean, there's loads of different Tsurugi swords that have basically different stories associated with them. So when you say a Tsurugi, it means a legendary sword, basically.
What do you guys think about other mods such as the Opera or the Specialist, using a lot of the same ideas you had, that you guys had the original ideas for?
The mods themselves are very well done. Like you said, they do take ideas that we started with originally, but they've got their own spins on them. They've got their own variations. For instance, the Opera has a totally different style, though, because it's based on small firefights, whereas Action Half-Life will be big teams up against each other doing dives. The Opera is based on small firefights, trying to make the game, I don't know, have a different sort of style to it, I suppose. The Specialists, I didn't really get to play properly, but that again seems to have its own different style. They were trying to get a different system going there. I think that in Specialists, don't the weapons affect how your dives work as well or something? So heavier weapons mean you can't dive as far, so it's a different sort of system going on. We're not jealous if that's what you mean.
So why should people play this mod? This is your time to just pitch it out to the world. What just makes this mod so worth playing?
If you like fast-paced action games, if you want to frag on the server with different weapons, if you're it suits to every type of player. If you just like to use your sniper rifles or do close combat fighting with the hand cannon, shotgun, or akimbo berettas, if you want to dive like I have the gameplay like in the Killer or in Hardboiled, if you want to see carnage, if you want to shoot people in the head and see them flying across the map, if you want to shoot them in the legs and follow them and kick them to death with a kung fu fight, I think that's your game.
Yeah, if you played Max Payne or Dead to Rights in single player, and you thought that it'd be like a really cool thing to play up against your mates, and you wish they'd put like a multiplayer mode in, you should probably try Action Half-Life out, because it's got the dives in there, it's got the akimbo systems. Probably the only thing we are missing is the bullet time, but again, that's a whole other issue for multiplayer.
The thing that got me into Action Half-Life was the community, which helped me, although I was a completely newbie.
Yeah, there'll always be someone to help somewhere along the lines in Action Half-Life. All you have to do is join a server. Usually there's an admin that will help you. If there isn't, there's always the forums. There's going to be someone there that helps as well. So, yeah, getting into the game, definitely not a problem. So that shouldn't be sort of something that's literally like, new mod to learn. Because just ask for help, you'll get it.
So how long have you guys been together, the whole Action Half-Life team, just for Half-Life, and then how long has the mod been around in general for every different game that you've modded?
Ooh, okay, I think the Action series started with Action Quake 2, so that's already, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, am I right? Payback?
I have
I
no
can't
idea.
actually remember what I'm just trying to look it up now.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, and then I think 4.5 years ago, Action Half-Life started. I'm the oldest beta tester and around since beta 2.5, and then Payback came along during 3.5 and 4. He took over from Mr. Grimm, and Banana, he joined as well around during that time between 3.5 and 4, and we've been together since then. Yeah.
Actually, I did a map for Beta 3, but I somehow didn't finish it quite, and I disappeared from the action scene. Then I reappeared to... Or was it 6?
You're the mapper, don't ask me.
Yeah, but
You've
you're
done that many,
supposed to
you can't remember.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna just say that.
Okay, I did 2 maps for Beta 4, and then I came up with 6 maps for Beta 5.
Well, I think what we're going to do is take a quick break, a much-needed break, and don't forget that after the Action Half-Life interview tonight, we also have Dragon Ball Adventure here tonight as well. Big night. We got heavy company tonight. And this is Half-Life Radio. We'll be right back.
Half-Life Radio is now accepting sponsors for the fall and holiday schedule. If you're interested in becoming a Half-Life Radio sponsor, visit Half-Life Radio at www.halfliferadio.com. Then click on the sponsors link. Act now and get the introductory rate of up to 50% off for being a sponsor. We'll even create your commercial for free. Half-Life Radio is the most efficient way to get internet traffic results. Become part of the internet radio revolution. www.halfliferadio.com.
Want to find out all you need to know and things you never knew about your favorite musicians? Then come to RollingStone.com, where you'll find the latest music news, the hottest music videos, exclusive photos, and acoustic performances. RollingStone.com brings you everything from cover stories on pop icons and music legends to articles about new bands you'll want to discover. Whatever it is you want to know about music and pop culture, you'll find it all at RollingStone.com.
This holiday season,
meet Thing 1 and Thing 2.
the classic tale comes to life.
No opening the crate.
From Brian Grazer.
This filthy thing?
He ruined it.
Honey, it was ruined when she bought it.
The Cat in the Hat.
You clean this mess up.
I'll try.
You don't try. You do.
Yes, ma'am.
Half-Life Radio is brought to you in part by HalfLifeSource.com.
For the latest Half-Life gaming news, log on to www.halflifesource.com. Halflifesource.com, your number one source for Half-Life news.
Half-Life Radio. Playing today's best rock music on the internet. Broadcasting live from irc.gameshout.net. It's time to kick ass. Half-Life Radio. Half-Life Radio.
Loneliness, a little bit of disregard, handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. What I want you to want, what I want you to feel, but it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So let go of watching you turn your back like you always do, face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here cause you're all that I got. I can't stand the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. A little bit insecure, a little unconfident, cause you don't understand to do what I can, but sometimes I don't make sense. What you never want to say, but I've never had a doubt. It's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you for once just to hear me out. So let go, watching you turn your back like you always do, face away and pretend that I'm not, but I'll be here cause you're all that I got. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. No, hear me now, no. You're gonna listen to me like it or not. Right now, hear me now, no. You're gonna listen to me like it or not. Right now. The way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. I can't stand the way I did before. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change this damage anymore. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. I can't stand. Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Time won't change.
The revolution is on. Broadcasting live from the radio channel on ircgameshout.net.
Oh my God.
This is your number one gaming station. Turn it up and leave it here. Half-Life Radio.
If you can't, then it doesn't matter anyway. You will never understand it cause it happens too fast. And it feels so good, it's like walking the glass. It's so cool, so hip, it's alright. It's so groovy, it's out of sight. You can touch it, smell it, pieces are sweet.
Half-Life Radio. We're live. It's Friday night, and we are with Action Half-Life tonight. If you just joined in, we're talking with Bork, Banana, Payback, all from Action Half-Life. I want to remind you that after this interview, we have Dragon Ball Adventure coming up. Just really big, heavy company tonight here on Half-Life Radio. My name is Andy Hodges from HalfLifeSource.com. We also have Argyle from Operation Cohen. We have Chuki from HL2Central.net. Kuja from Digital Paintball. Ranger from Stargate SGC. Quasar from Half-Life-Mods.com. And Timmay from Half-Life-Mods.com. I understand that during the last part of the interview, before the break, that Chuki had downloaded the new version of Action Half-Life, and he was playing it. And Chuki, what's the game like?
Well, hi, I'm playing right now. I'm on a big city-type map with a train in the middle, and I'm getting my butt owned by a lot of guys in here because a lot of people are already really good, and there must be a lot of old-time players, but it plays really smoothly, and no complaints here. I don't see anything wrong with it.
That makes me want to download it tonight. I think after the radio show tonight, I'm going to go download it and play it.
Me too. I'm going to download it right now. Oh wait,
Rock
no,
on.
lag.
After. I'm so excited about this mod. I'm actually in the process of downloading it. I'm also going to mirror it on my site and set up a game server, all hosted on halflife-mods.com for you guys.
Yeah, rocks. Thank you very much. Oh, and if you want to,
Go ahead.
You can even play Action Half-Life offline, because we have really great bot support in it from Rich Whitehouse, who did Jumpbot, and is now doing working for Raven Software, who did Jedi Knights and Soldier of Fortune.
I understand that it's late in the night or early in the morning over there where you all live in Germany and England, and I just wanted to thank you for coming on at such a late hour.
No problems.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll probably still be up about now anyway, so it's not a problem.
I just came home from a date with Monica Lewinsky lookalike, so it's all okay.
Just had to get that in, didn't you?
I just put this in for her because she listens.
You're coming in very distorted.
That might be a good thing. Although I think it's not distorted, it might be me.
We are broadcasting live from GameShout.net. It's irc.gameshout.net. We got servers all over the world here on IRC. We're in the radio channel. irc.gameshout.net.
As for the players, it will be a blast to play. Probably with some even more nipples.
Oh yeah,
boy.
gotta love the nipples.
Got a question. Got a question from Mr. Action Man on IRC. He wants to know if Borg spent any of the PayPal cash on hookers.
Well, no. But if you can hook me up with some hookers, I would be very glad. If you can hook me up with Asia Carrera, just forward my address. I'll be very glad. Thank you very much.
Don't let Black Goddess hear this.
I think he's serious, guys.
I am.
Dead serious. If you knew him, he's serious.
Well, we've definitely got a lot of people.
Oh, and if any of you guys can hook up with some, could hook me up with some beer, I would very appreciate this.
Oh God, please reconnect. You're totally distorted. I can barely hear you.
Oh, Argyle. Argyle's the cop that we have in a room, and he does the breathalyzer test. Argyle, how's he sound?
Don't get me started.
I'm really sorry.
Better be sorry.
Well, I think what we're going to do is go to a break. I want to thank you guys for coming on tonight, and you're welcome to stay here on the radio with us for the remaining of the night if you're not doing anything else.
It's 4 a.m. I think I will go to bed now.
Did you say it's 5?
No.
No.
4 a.m.
Well, Action
It's
Half-Life.
3:30.
Yeah.
Here just shows how much you guys care about your work on Action Half-Life. So, just want to show my appreciation for this.
Me too.
Thank you for having us.
Yep, hope you enjoy the mod.
We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with Dragon Ball Adventure here on Half-Life Radio, and we'll be right back.
Half-Life Radio is now accepting sponsors for the fall and holiday schedule. If you're interested in becoming a Half-Life Radio sponsor, visit Half-Life Radio at www.halfliferadio.com. Then click on the sponsors link. Act now and get the introductory rate of up to 50% off for being a sponsor. We'll even create your commercial for free. Half-Life Radio is the most efficient way to get internet traffic results. Become part of the internet radio revolution. www.halfliferadio.com.